I hope you've had a chance to look through your manual so that you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it. So what I'd like you to do now is to go back to your manual and find the 5 things that you wrote down that you're fed up with due to your lack of confidence. Or just think of the 5 things now. If there aren't 5 things, that doesn't matter, just think of as many as you can. So it might be more than 5, might be less. And now I want you to think of or write down what 5 things you're going to do with your new increase in confidence. So there might be just one thing that you want more confidence with, or there might be lots of things. There might be more than 5. So if you make your list now, so what I'd like you to do now is think of 5 events or occasions when you felt confident, even if it was a long time ago. Even if you can't think of 5, get at least 3. If there are more than 5, write down or think of more than 5. And when you're done, we'll move on to the next part of the programme. So in order to do this, you need to remind yourself of the 5 events that happened which made you lose your confidence. So just bear these in mind for the moment. Okay, I'd like you now to just close your eyes down. And I want you to start to imagine that there's a sticky, gluey substance around your eyes. A safe and sticky, gluey substance. And imagine that the muscles around the eyes are just so relaxed that just temporarily the eyes are going to stay closed. And as you're doing this, just take yourself back to a time when you felt comfortable and relaxed and safe. So it might be something that happened yesterday, or it might be a long time ago. And still continue to imagine your eyes, just for a time, are locked and stuck, closed, as if the little muscles around the eyes are unable to open. I want you now to roll your eyes upwards and imagine that there's a little trapdoor in the top of your head that you can look out of. So you might see absolutely nothing. You might see the room around you. Or you might see into a completely different place. It doesn't matter, it's just engaging the more unconscious part of your mind, the part which stores habits, behaviours and past problems. So still looking out of this imaginary trapdoor, just notice now how the heaviness of the eyelids has increased. And you might find it's become more difficult for you to open your eyes. Okay, so keeping your eyes closed, allow them to roll forwards again so that you're looking straight ahead even though your eyelids are still closed. I want you now to focus on one of your events that made you lose your confidence. And just notice where in your body the negative feeling to do with this event is. So it might be in your legs, it might be in your head, I don't know. Just notice and then just give that feeling a colour. Whatever the first colour is that pops into your mind to do with this feeling. It might not be a colour though, it might be a sensation. So whatever you feel or sense in your body to do with this event that you lost your confidence. So your unconscious mind may just bring up a colour, the first colour that comes into your mind. And I want you to imagine this colour now just starting to leave your body, as if it's just starting to leave your body now. So it might go out through the top of your head, or it might go down and out through your legs into the floor. So feeling this colour now just starting to move through your body, beginning to leave now. And as that's happening, I want you to now switch your mind and think of a time in an event when you felt really confident. A time when you achieved something, when you felt good about yourself. And just notice now what colour it is that comes up into your body. Where is this colour in your body you associate with confidence? And I want you now to feel this colour, whatever it might be, just starting to flow through your body, beginning to push out any of the first colour. And when you feel yourself completely full of the second colour, so feeling full of confidence, I want you now to try and feel that lack of confidence you felt before and find that you can't, that the harder you try and feel for it, the more gone it is, as if it's just been pushed out. And then I want you to open your eyes. The next video that's coming up, this is again about getting over past events which affected your confidence. So you can watch the video more than once if you've got lots of events that you need to process. If you keep your head still and you're just going to move your eyes side to side, and what will happen is different letters and numbers will appear. As you're focusing on this, I want you to think of those times when your confidence was affected, how it made you feel. And just notice that as you go through the video, you won't be able to hold that feeling anymore. You'll find it sort of just goes away from your body. So as you're watching the letters and the numbers appearing on the screen, keeping your head still, try and focus on the negative parts of how you felt during your experience when your confidence was affected. And you'll find that the more that you try and do that, the more difficult it becomes. So you continue to focus on the letters and the numbers appearing on the screen, and the harder you try to hold and focus on those negative things that happened, the more you'll find they just disappear. So now that you've finished this video, the next part of the program is reprogramming your mind so that you've got more confidence in the things that you want in life. So your physicality and posture are also important in confidence. So the next series of exercises are to help you have a confident posture, and it's also to wake up the parts of the brain which you will need to use later when we do some more neurological exercises. The exercises that you've just done to do with getting over things from your past, you don't need to repeat those. However, the exercises that are coming up now, these are the ones for you to do every day or more than once a day if you want to see an improvement in your confidence. The exercises that are coming up are nerve glides, but also to help you have a confident posture. So there's more about the theory behind the nerve glides in the manual. In this next video, Evo's going to show you what to do. So starting with your left hand, place your thumb onto your fingers, turn your shoulder in, and then bend your wrist so it's stretched at the top like a swan head. Take your arm out to the side, and then tip your head over to the right. And if you move your left arm up and down, in and out of a nerve stretch. And also if you now begin to circle your left arm. Now if you repeat the process on the right hand side, and if you move your arm up and down, in and out of the stretch. And then now if you start to circle, so you don't need to do it this quickly. If you've never done this before, sometimes it's better to do it slowly the first time. Beginning with your left arm, you're going to open your hand out, stretch your fingers, and then turn your shoulder so your fingers point behind you. Tip your head over to the right and lift your left arm up and down, in and out of the nerve stretch. So you work to a stretch of about a 7. You can also circle your arm around as well. If you repeat the same process on the right, so spread your right fingers out, turn your hand and your shoulder so the fingers point behind you, tip your head over to the left and raise your left arm up and down. So work to where you get a stretch of about a 7 or an 8. And now if you circle your arm around. If you place both hands onto your chest, keep your head still, keep your hips still, and just turn your spine like this. So it'll be moving mostly in the upper back. This is some motion for the upper back again, so you're going to round forwards and then lift your breastbone. So it's as if you're sending your heart back and then lifting your heart up towards the ceiling. So rounding forwards, lifting the breastbone. If you step your right leg out to the side, turn to the right, and then now if you repeat the same motion, so lifting the breastbone and then sending your heart back to the ceiling, this time turned to the right. And if you repeat the same process, turned over to the left. For this exercise, you'll need a pen with something you can focus your eye gaze on. So keeping your head still, you're going to move the pen up and down and just follow it with your eyes. So this activates the middle of the cerebellum, which will be useful for what you're going to do later. Using 2 pens, if you move your eyes as quickly as you can, left and right. So you want to have a target of some kind on the pen so that your eyes have got something to focus on. Now that you've completed the physical exercises and warmed up your brain, we can say goodbye to Evo and move into the next part of the programme. If you remind yourself now of the times in your life when you felt confident, and now I'd like you to close your eyes down, so close them down, allow your mind to settle. So once again, I'd like you to imagine that. So imagine your eyes are locked and sealed closed, and just for a time they're going to stay like this while you focus on improving your confidence. I'd like you now to imagine a whiteboard in front of you, and on this whiteboard there are letters and numbers. And as you focus on this whiteboard, you might notice in your body that one side of the body may feel slightly different to the other. It might feel heavier, hotter, colder. So just notice this. If it feels exactly the same, that doesn't matter as long as you noticed. So now I would like you to rub these letters and numbers off the whiteboard. And the instant the moment these letters and numbers disappear from the whiteboard, I want you to pretend the whiteboard's a television screen, and you're just going to replay 2 of the moments that you felt really, really confident. So it's almost like you're reliving them. So you're watching these events on this screen. So for the first event, if you now dive into this imaginary screen, so you're back in yourself, the time when you felt really, really confident. And just notice how good it feels. And if you now repeat the process with your other event, so watching the event on the screen first of all, and then diving into the screen, or transporting yourself into the screen so that you can get inside yourself when you were really confident. So just notice how it feels to be your confident self. So as if you've got your confidence back, notice how you feel, how you walk, how you move. So if there are more events that you want to do this with, you can continue. So now that you've experienced how it feels to be your confident self, I want you now to just notice whether your body feels different, whether this confidence has a colour, a sensation. So allow this confidence now to just flow into every part of your body, so that when you open your eyes ready for the next part of the programme, you'll already be in a confident state of mind, with a confident posture. If you open your eyes. For the next neurological exercise, what you're going to do is look straight ahead, and you'll notice that some letters and numbers begin to appear on the screen. So I'd like you to move your eyes up and down so you look at the letters and numbers. So it's similar to what you did before, except rather than side to side, it's up and down. Certain phrases will go into your unconscious mind as you do this, so just continue to focus on the letters and numbers and think about those moments when you felt really confident. You can play this video at the end as many times as you like. If you feel you get tired after just half of it, then stop and have a break. If you feel like you could do more, then you can do more, so you can watch it more than once. Congratulations, you've completed the Confidence Kickstart. If you're interested to take yourself to the next level, which is the Confident Superhuman, please return to the website and download that version. So it's got the similar things, but many, many more. So more exercises, more subliminals, more mindset, and greater confidence at the end. So once again, thank you very much for downloading this product.